Liverpool FC is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Watch my list, and I will spell, because they don't just play.
Right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Should the Liverpool manager Arne Slot be fired? That is the question on every Liverpool fan's lips this morning. Now, Liverpool currently sit sixth in the Premier League behind a very ordinary Manchester United team and a very ordinary Chelsea team. So, yesterday, what happened? Liverpool hosted Manchester City at Anfield, and in the first half, as you can see on the screen, Manchester City dominated possession. In the first half, it was particularly embarrassing, where Manchester City secured 71% of the possession compared to Liverpool's 29%. Liverpool were slightly better in the second half, but it was in the end not good enough. So overall, Man City had 54% possession, 46% to Liverpool. And of course, even though Liverpool took the lead through a fantastic free kick from Dominic Szoboszlai, Manchester City, desperate for the title because they would have been out of the title race if they had lost yesterday, even if they had drawn, in fact. So the fire in the belly of the Man City team drove them on to victory. Very, very spectacular game for the neutral, but a very, very big blow for the Liverpool manager Arne Slot, whose chase for the Premier League top four places is falling to pieces. Now, if we look at the case for sacking Arne Slot, this is the case for the prosecution. Now, if you look on the screen, we can see that Arne Slot in 2025 oversaw 19 defeats in a calendar year for the first time in the history of Liverpool FC since 1953, when Don Walsh, the then manager, lost 21 games in a calendar year. So some people will say, well, that was last year. This is 2026. Why are you judging him based upon his past sins? Now, I'm not judging him on his past sins. I will give you more recent statistics if you want them. He has secured on a slot, and his Liverpool team have secured 24 points out of the last 60. So what does that mean? It means that he has scored 24 points in the last 20 games, which is 1.24 points per game, which is almost, I wouldn't say it's relegation form, but if this was a Premier League season, a full season, then Liverpool would be on course to just about finish in the top 10. Now, the second reason why Arne Slot should be fired, according to many Liverpool fans online, is simply the style of play. Because Liverpool is a football club a little bit like Barcelona, where it has a history of passing football, it has a history of entertaining football, of attacking football, where people come to Anfield and then have nightmares for the next few weeks. Now, we have gone from Gegen pressing to Gegen depressing. We have gone from heavy metal football to nursery rhyme football. So the second reason is that Arne Slot's style of play simply is not entertaining enough for a club like Liverpool, which has hundreds of millions of supporters across the world with very high standards. Now, the next reason as to why a lot of Liverpool fans want to see Arne Slot lose his job is the fact that the Liverpool ownership is a particular model. The American owners have a particular model in place. So this is the structure of the club. It is the owners, the Fenway Sports Group, of which, of course, LeBron James is a shareholder. John Henry is, of course, at the top. So you have the ownership. Then you have a chairman who runs the club on a day-to-day basis. Underneath that, you have Michael Edwards, the director of football. Then you have underneath him, you have Richard Hughes. And then underneath that, you have Arne Slot. And underneath Arne Slot, you have all the coaches. Okay, so Arne Slot is known as the head coach of Liverpool FC. Okay, so the coach is not the person that decides on all the signings. No doubt he will have an input, he will have his opinions, but he does not have the final say. So what is his role exactly? His role is, as his job title suggests, he is the head coach. He is supposed to be coaching the players. He is in charge of strategy and he is in charge of tactics. So if we look at the last 18 months, he has a squad of 25 players. Some have left, of course, some have arrived. And what we can say is that he has managed probably 35 players all together so far. So then the next question is, if he is the head coach, then who has improved under his tutelage so far. And the list is very, very small indeed. Now, the reason it is so important is because the American ownership model requires the director of football, Michael Edwards, and in conjunction with Richard Hughes, to identify talent. Arne Slot is then supposed to take this talent into his hand, and he is supposed to develop the talent so it becomes world class, so that the player is winning points on the pitch, and then if he is sold for a massive profit. Okay, so Arne Slot's job, a major part of his job, is to improve players, and from what I can see, I cannot think of anyone who has significantly improved under his coaching. Now, I asked this question on Twitter yesterday, and the only answers that I got really that were anywhere near improvement was one, Ryan Gravenberch, and number two was Dominic Szoboszlai. Okay, so I think they are the only ones where you could make a case for them, and even then, I think both of them were pretty much on an upward curve anyway until Arne Slot arrived. So I think this is also another problem. Arne Slot does not seem to improve players, and if one looks at Rio Ungamoa, who is perhaps Liverpool's brightest young talent, he has played an average of 22 minutes per month for the last 14 months, which really is not a lot of game time at all. Now, the video has gone past the halfway mark, okay? I'm just going to draw it to an end in the next few minutes. But what I'm going to tell you before I leave is extremely important indeed. Now, a lot of Liverpool fans are very angry on social media at the moment because they are asking the question, why is it that Arne Slot is still in a job when Xabi Alonso is available to take the job on a permanent basis? And additionally, Steven Gerrard is also available to take it on an interim basis. Now, I'm going to deal with Steven Gerrard first, okay? Now, I think what is very important for Liverpool fans to understand is the American ownership do not do quick fixes. They tend to plan over 3 years. They tend to plan over 5-year periods, okay? So I can tell you it is extremely unlikely for Steven Gerrard to become the interim manager of Liverpool FC. It is not impossible, of course, but the reason it is so unlikely is this. Now, let's imagine Gerrard walked in through the door tomorrow. Let's say he won his first 3 games. Let's say he won his first 5 games. Let's say he went 10 games unbeaten and got Liverpool to the Champions League quarter final. Now, what would happen is the Liverpool fans would say, well, Liverpool are back. They would say, we are back with one of our legends. Give the job to Stevie G. Stevie G at the wheel, rah, rah, rah. Now, what would happen in this situation is there would be a tremendous amount of pressure on the club to give Gerrard the permanent contract when, quite frankly, from what we have seen from his managerial career, he is not quite at that level yet where he should be managing a club of Liverpool's size, despite the history he has with the club, despite the emotion that is involved, okay? So I think they would not want Gerrard to have the job simply because if he did a good job, then I think it would be a problem in the sense that they would feel obliged to then give him a permanent contract, which quite frankly, they don't want to do. Now, let's go to Xabi Alonso and let's get to the end of this video. Now, Xabi Alonso is waiting in the wings, of course, but what Liverpool have to bear in mind is that Xabi Alonso himself has been through the grinder at Real Madrid. He might want a few months off just to get some fresh air, just to spend some time with his family, and just to get his emotional equilibrium to the place that he would like it to be. So it's possible he doesn't want to do a job straight away. That is also possible. I think also there is the possibility that Liverpool have a shortlist. They want to interview 3, 4, 5 people, and some of those people simply are not available at the moment. Okay, so one of the reasons I think he hasn't been fired is one, Alonso might need a little bit of time to get his breath back. The second thing is Luis Enrique is not available at the moment for interview. And then the third reason is Julian Nagelsmann is also not available for interview. Now, some Liverpool fans will say, well, we're never going to get Enrique. We're never going to get Nagelsmann. Well, Liverpool is the most successful club in England, so they should certainly be targeting the best managers in the world. And perhaps they feel that in the summer, they can have broader conversations with a bigger number of managers rather than targeting just one guy and giving him the job immediately without an interview. So what do I think will happen? Just to give you my conclusion, what will happen, in my opinion, is Arne Slot will be the Liverpool manager for the remainder of the season. I think the only three things that could happen that would change this is, number one, is if they have an absolutely humiliating defeat at the hands of an opponent. So let's say, for example, they go to Sunderland tomorrow evening, and let's say they lose 3-0, 4-0 or 5-0, then I think an absolute hammering might change the situation. I think the second thing that could happen is if Liverpool are booed off the pitch at Anfield. This could also change things. I don't think this is very likely to happen. Liverpool fans tend not to boo their own team. And then the third thing that could happen to make him lose his job earlier than the end of the season would be if the players themselves start downing tools and they stop playing for him. Okay, I don't think that's likely because Liverpool are a very professional squad and they tend to play for their own pride, not just for the manager. Okay, so we have come to the end of this video. If you could like, that would be fantastic. If you could subscribe, that would be even better. And if you can share the video with your friends and family, then I would be greatly appreciative too. Now, in the comments, please let me know, are you happy with Arne Slot as the Liverpool manager? If not, let me know who you think should replace him. And please let me know when you think the change should be made, if indeed it should be made. Okay, so thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you very, very soon indeed.
Alright, all those sound is a pound. I'm custy la, but there's nothing down. The rest of the lads ain't got it sussed. We'll have to learn.